I was rewarded for bad behavior. I think I ended around 6 or 7 R. Hi everyone, it's Tiffany with Bearable Traders here to do my recap. I did not have a great day today. I have 3 bulging discs in my lower back and I did not get good sleep, so I probably should not have traded today. But NVIDIA was on my watch list. It had decent volume, was trading great at pre-market, and I've kind of been trading it a lot lately, which is probably why I over traded it, because I became very stubborn that I was going to get a good trade on this. And guess what? I did get a good trade on this. So really, I was rewarded for bad behavior because I also broke rules. I should not have been trading it this many times. And once I started trading it so many times, I was not really accepting the risk in my trade. So anyhow, I will try to go over these trades that I took on NVIDIA. So I saw that it had pre-market, it came and tested previous day close, and there were large wicks to the top side. And it sold off at the open on pretty good volume, as you can see right here. Then it retested the VWAP on relatively low volume, and I saw that it was making a new low, and I went short. Now my hard stop was above VWAP, but it pushed up through this 9 moving average on the 1 minute, so I went ahead and exited my position. So overall, it was probably down about half R on this particular trade. And then this is where it was kind of nasty. I should not have been in the next several trades. I saw this huge hammer doji right here on the 5 minute, and it was coming off of this daily level. And so when it made a new high, I took a long position. Right before I took this long position, I knew I should not have been in it, and it was a really impulsive trade. So I entered, and my stop was going to be if it lost its daily level, and my first partial was going to be if it touched the VWAP, and it never did, but I moved my stop to break even. Probably should have partialed here as it topped, but it did not meet my first profit target, and so I stopped out at break even. And the reason I should not have been in this trade, because my particular strategy would have been watching this weak candle on the 15 minute. As you can see, here's a doji candle. It looks like a consolidation coming back to test this daily level, and then a breakdown. And that was my next couple of trades. So I'm not upset about these trades because this was part of my strategy. However, my stop loss was here, but on both times I stopped off. I stopped out about half R here. So altogether, at this point, I was down about 1 arm. And then, so I tried it one more time and realized it was not going to break down. So I did stop out at break even when it pushed up through this 9 moving average again on the 1 minute, and decided that this was not trading cleanly for me. I was not in the zone, and so I needed a break. So I walked away and came back and continued trading it. Maybe a bad idea, I'm not sure. So after that, when I came back, I saw that it had bounced off this daily level, pushed up through the VWAP, and was coming back down to retest the VWAP. It was also approaching S4 right here on the 5 minute chart. So when it pulled back to the VWAP, and the L2 looked amazingly strong, the asks were stacked, I took a long position. And also on the 1 minute, if you can see that, there is a hammer doji with a new high. So I took a long position and I partialed at S4 25%, came back and stopped me out at break even. Now this is one rule that I really do stick to. Once I partial, I move my stop to break even, because I do not want to give any of my profits back, and I can always wait for another entry if it presents itself. So that's what I did. It started looking like an ABCD pattern, another ABCD pattern on the 5 minute, and I took a long position, added here at the breakout. It pushed up through S4. So my next partial was, yes, I took a partial here. My next partial was previous day close. Then once I realized it was going to push up through, it pushed up through previous day close, came back down and retested it and started making new highs. I added pretty heavily to my position here, then partialed. I partialed at 305 because there were really large asks sitting there. And then, of course, I partialed here at this 306 daily level. Then on the 5-minute chart, it started looking like a head and shoulders. Here you have the head, the left shoulder, the right shoulder. And as you can see, this right shoulder tested the daily level, and then it was a shooting star doji with a new low. So I exited everything right here except for about 5% of my 5% of my position. I was hoping for it to come up here and test this other daily level, and if it broke out from that, it could have reached R3 and R4, but it just did not have enough juice. Plus, it was quite extended from the VWAP already. So I left 5%, but I moved my stop that if it broke previous day close. And as you can see, it did. It came back down, and this is where my final partial was. But that is my NVIDIA trade for today. Trades, I know I overtraded. And like I said, I was rewarded for bad behavior. I think I ended around 6 or 7 R today. So anyhow, I hope you all had a great day. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.